All right, good morning again. Oh, there's a bunch of stuff going on, and it's amazing. It's freaking amazing. Doge kicking ass. 82% of Americans are for Doge and what they're doing, and that's Elon Musk. And the Democrats have gone nuts, completely out of their minds, because they're defending the graft and the criminality. They're defending all of it because that's all they got. They hate Trump, and the Nazi thing didn't work, the fascist thing didn't work, so now he's taking over President Elon. Oh my God, these people are hopeless. They really are hopeless. I am so glad I'm not a liberal anymore. I may be one again if things change, if they turn around, but Bernie Sanders has lost it. He has completely turned his back on all the principles that he had. AOC's a lunatic. God, she was great in the beginning. All the stuff that she said was amazing. And then Nancy Pelosi got a hold of her. And I think they transferred a bunch of money into her bank account, and there you go. She was bought. They're trying to defend the Epstein files being released. Oh, God. Oh, national security. Oh, Jesus Christ. Are you serious? You are protecting some rich and powerful pedophile scumbags. That's all you're doing. And Pam Bondi is going to get to the bottom of it. Kash Patel apparently found a bunch of documents in New York at the Southern FBI District of New York, which is great, which is really good. So let's just release all the information. You don't have to post the videos of the pedophiles, but these people need to go down. And they're going to be all the scumbags, I can tell you, because it's the deep state operation. It's Mossad, it's the CIA, it's a blackmail operation they were using to compromise politicians and entertainment people. Probably P. Diddy is part of that, because he was doing the same thing, only with Hollywood. These people, when the names are released, what you're going to end up doing is you're going to destroy most of the oligarchy, because that's what they do. They're Satanists. That's what they do. They're pedophiles. They believe in some really crazy shit, okay? And just weird stuff, okay? I don't even want to talk about it because it's just disgusting. So, that's what you've got. And we need to release it all. American population has been waiting. Okay, what I'd like to find out is whatever happened to that shooting over there in Las Vegas, which was the FBI. And some information is that it was probably either the Taliban or Al-Qaeda. There was some kind of drug or gun sale operation that went bad. But it just got covered right up. Well, you never heard anything about it. How many people were killed and injured in that? And it just disappeared. See, when anything like that, a big story disappears, you can be sure that it's protecting somebody. Protecting some rich, powerful scumbags. Okay? Or the FBI and CIA operations. Oh, we don't want to disclose the way we do things. Of course you don't. Oh, Mary Garland, you need to go to prison. Christopher Wray, prison. Mayorkas, prison. Fauci, prison. We need to stop screwing around, because if it was you or I that did any of this stuff, we would be in prison for life. But because these people have lots of money and power, they don't go to prison. And that's your two-tier justice system. So, a couple other things. This whole crazy notion that Elon Musk is somehow the president is ridiculous. The Doge, they don't have power to do anything. All they are able to do is go in and look at the data, see what's going on, They are, they have been given the mandate to upgrade all of the systems, because all of the computer systems of the government are all out of date. They're all obsolete. They don't talk to each other properly. We need to just put it on one big system so everything can be shared. And we need to have backups so that nobody can delete anything. Put it on a blockchain of some kind. And that's what we must do. But Musk and the Doge don't have the authority to actually stop any payments. They have to present it to the president, and Trump has to decide if he's going to go along with it. And most of the time he does, because most of it is criminal. And these people crying about USAID, you're taking the food out of the mouths of children. Oh, give me a freaking break. There's so little of that. List after list, line after line item after line item is some corrupt bullshit. That's where you've got the Ukraine operation that overthrew the president and instilled Zelensky, basically, essentially. They pumped billions of dollars into that operation because NATO wants Ukraine to be in their sphere of influence. Russia has always said that's the line you cannot cross. So what do? They crossed it. And oh my God, unprovoked attack by the Russians are horrible. Oh, no. I stand by that light blue, yellow flag till the death of every last Ukrainian. We have to support democracy. Oh, Jesus Christ. And this is just staggering, because the propaganda that the American people have been succumbed to is just appalling, and they believe it. So many of the people believe this bullshit. You got some guy on Twitter crying because that Trump was disrespectful to Zelensky. Oh my God, he was a puppet. Zelensky was a puppet. He was paid a lot of money. He was threatened by the neo-Nazis in Ukraine, the Azov Brigade. The Russians were begged to come in by the Donbass region, in that area along the eastern border that mostly spoke Russian. It was all part of Russia. And I'm not trying to do this kind of Hitler, taking over land bullshit. But Russia had no need to take Ukraine. They had a lease on the naval base there in Crimea. But Russia is not an imperialist power anymore. That was the Soviet Union. It's gone. Just like we don't have slavery anymore. It's gone. People need to put a brain on and think. We need to work with Russia and China. They are scared shitless because the neocons and NATO and the Israeli lobby run American policy. They run it. Netanyahu, according to Jeffrey Sachs, run the military operations that were going on in the Middle East for their benefit. They would love for us to go in and take on Iran, and they're going to try and create some kind of incident, a false flag, black flag operation, so that we'll have to go in. These people are scum. The Zionists are true scum. They really, really are. They're a mafia. That's what they are. The Mossad, it's a mafia operation. God, if people could just see reality. I think Trump has finally got it. He finally understands, because when this Epstein stuff comes out, hopefully he's already read it, and he sees what the Mossad did. He sees what the CIA and the FBI did, how they compromised different politicians. That would only be the only explanation for why some of these insane politicians, particularly the Democrats, are compromised and come up with some of the craziest policies and votes, it's the only way. Because there's no rational reason to pass these crazy bills about, oh, there's a million genders, and oh, we've got to be inclusive. We've got to be diverse. It's ridiculous. USAID, billions, hundreds of billions of dollars. This was the CIA slush fund. These things, it's all so simple. The graft, the criminality is right there in front of us. And Joe Biden, he was compromised because of his money laundering operations with Ukraine and Russia and all these other places. He was compromised. Of course he was compromised. Of course, the last couple of years, he was more than compromised. He was out of it. There is no way that Joe Biden ran anything. Nothing. There's no possible way. Any speech he ever gave, and going off into some tangent, none of it made any sense. And everybody's like, oh, the emperor's got lots of clothes on. Look at those beautiful outfits he's wearing. It's just mind-blowing. Mind-blowing. And the American people, a majority of the American people saw through it. Thank God. Imagine if Harris had won. If they had rigged the election and Harris had won, imagine, we would not have found out any of this stuff. The Epstein files would still be buried. The JFK stuff still buried. The Ukraine war still going strong. Pumping more billions of dollars into that hellhole. It was a drug money laundering. It was a money laundering operation. Drugs, guns, and child sex trafficking. Those are the three largest operations on the planet. They make the most money on the planet. And we need to end it. And amazingly, Trump is the only one that looks like he can do it. And you know why? Because he's got Musk, he's got Tulsi Gabbard, he's got RFK Jr., he's got Pam Bondi, he's got Kash Patel. This is what I would consider the dream team. They know what's going on, and they know how to fix it, and they're up against the most evil powers in the world. You can always see these scumbags floating around in the WEF, in their private Learjets and their limousines and their bullshit, and their cocktail parties and their scheming. That's who the oligarchy is. And they're one world. They don't care about the United States except the fact that they need our military to enforce their ideology around the world. It's a mercenary army. Thank you for your service. Give me a fucking break. Thank you for your service. Come on. It's a mercenary operation. It's all it is. I guess this is a car rant. This is insane. Insane what's going on. And I'm all for the deportation of criminals. But I'm also for the need for sanctuary, not in cities, but I'm saying a political sanctuary where if you're being politically prosecuted or persecuted, that you have a safe haven. But you got to come in legally. One of the reasons why we have all this immigration from all over the world is because all the wars that we've been instigating and displacing all these populations, creating all of these refugees. Europe was just flooded with the refugees. That's where it came from. It's obvious. And then we were supporting and protecting the drug lords in Afghanistan to produce as much opium as they wanted. Just help us fight the Taliban and you can do anything you want. They got child sex harems and oh my God. See, that's the thing, is the hypocrisy is neck deep. Not just knee-deep, neck-deep. Hypocrisy. Ukraine is not a democracy. Elections have been canceled. They're under martial law. Any of the opposition media has been shut down. The Russian Orthodox Church have been confined. Democracy, moron, fucking idiots. Oh my God. You know nothing. You know absolutely nothing. You're spouting this bullshit from CNN and MSNBC, this garbage. And you're just pumping out the propaganda. You're right there with them. You're parrots. Oh, I heard this on MSNBC today. The talking point. It's amazing. It's a fucking nightmare. Thank God. I was never Republican, but thank God they are in power now. They're not perfect. They have a lot of problems. One thing is they got an Israeli problem. You know, and that's the one thing I agree with the left, is that Israel and the Zionists have created a genocide and a ethnic cleansing in Gaza. It's as simple as that. There's information that Netanyahu set up the October 7th operation. They knew what was going to happen because they would the false flag operation so that they could cleanse Gaza, which they did. They destroyed 90% of that area. 90% is leveled. There's nothing else you can call it. And it's right in front of our faces. These people they have no shame. They have no empathy. They are psychopaths. They only are interested in money and power. That's it. And that's why they're called reptilians. It's metaphoric, of course. They're reptilians because reptiles have no empathy, they have no sympathy, kill or be killed. That's the innate mantra. That is what they believe to their hearts, and the ends justify the means. Oh my God. Anyway, I gotta go, I guess. You know? God, just keep on going. Keep on steamrolling through these agencies. And let's just clean it out. Clean it out. Put these people on trial. Okay? Do what they did to Trump. Only this time, they are guilty. It's alleged, of course, but we can prove their guilt. We got all the evidence. Everything is there. So anyway, let's steamroll through this thing and clean this mess up and start over. All right, I gotta go. Can you subscribe, please? You know, and like the videos. Maybe you hate the videos, but you can still hit the like button. Nobody gives a shit. Come on. You know. Anyway, you can find me on X. Terry Allen destroyed the deep state. The real progress news is Rumble. You know, come on. We got to do something here. And I got great sources that I trust. So, you get the truth here, and you get the truth from Jeffrey Sachs. You get the truth from Aaron Mate and Max Blumenthal. Trish Reagan, she's great. I really like her. You know? Megyn Kelly, she got the Israeli problem too, but she's pretty good. I mean, they're not real sources. They get the sources together and get that out to the American people through the media, through internet media. But General McGregor, you've got Mearsheimer, he's a great historian. David Victor Hansen, he's really good. There's me think, because there's a lot of great sources. The LaRouche organization, Promethean, they get a lot of great stuff. I got a lot of the information from them in the 80s about all this stuff. This was the way things were going in the 80s. We knew it. We could see it. We couldn't stop it. We got put in jail. I didn't get put in jail, but some of the full-time members got put in jail. But we knew what's going back then, and it's the same playbook. The oligarchy has just gotten more blatant. Glenn Greenwald, another great source. He is really good. The podcasts like PBD and Joe Rogan, those are great places for information. Great sources. These podcasts that have 2 or 3 hour long conversations are the best way to get information. These 10-second or 1 minute sound bites are only used for propaganda. They give you the talking points of the day. That's all you're getting. So if you're a listener and watcher of CNN and MSNBC, you're the most propagandized people on the planet. So anyway, subscribe, like. This is Terry Allen signing off. Okay, it's Wednesday, March 5th. Take care, everybody. Have a great day.